What's up everyone, and welcome to another video. Now I am very much aware that my channel is slowly starting to morph into the Blink 182 channel, as you've seen the last few videos. So I'm gonna try and make this my last Blink 182 related video for a little while and cover some other artists. But for today, I'm gonna talk about singers who I think could replace Matt/Tom in Blink 182. And this isn't because I dislike Matt. I know that Matt has gotten a lot of hate since he began playing in Blink 182, 6 years ago now? Even on my last video about them, I still got a bunch of comments from people saying, oh, I don't like Matt, I don't like Matt. I actually like Matt. I love Alkaline Trio first and foremost. I think he's a great musician. The albums, I thought California was okay. I thought 9 album was really, really good. I actually like him in Blink 182. He's not my first choice, but I don't dislike it either. So we're gonna go through my first choices, or some of my first choices, who could have replaced him, who could have replaced Tom back in 2015. And I'm not gonna talk about, quote, obvious choices here, such as Pierre from Simple Plan, Alex from All Time Low, or maybe Jordan from Newfound Glory, because even though they're in their own respective, very popular pop punk, punk rock, pop rock bands, those bands are still together, they're still touring heavily, they're very busy bands. No, I'm gonna go for artists who haven't really been very busy lately. They haven't done much for the last few years. They haven't been touring much. Their bands are either broken up or aren't releasing much new music. Singer number 1, here we go. William Ryan Key from Yellowcard. Now, Ryan Key recently has been busy touring as a rhythm guitarist for Newfound Glory. He is a fantastic frontman. He is a great musician. He is a really good songwriter, and he can really sing. Next time you're in the shower, try and sing Only One by Yellowcard. That is a really difficult song to sing. You need a lot of range to sing that song. And he has that sort of high-pitched-ish voice like Tom. Not so high-pitched that it's like, ooh, way high, but like just the right amount. I think he would be a good fit. And I think the reason that he probably wasn't one of their choices, because they surely do know of him. They know that he's a good singer, he's a good performer, and he would probably maybe be available. However, Yellowcard didn't break up until 2017, and Tom was kicked out / left Blink 182 at the end of 2014, beginning of 2015. So Ryan could manage both of them, but yeah, there was just a small overlap period there where he couldn't quite get in there, but I think he would have been a good choice. Yellowcard have come under fire recently for their lawsuit with Juice WRLD. If you want a separate video on that with my opinions, then please do comment it down below, because I think that has decreased their popularity slightly. And yeah, personally, I found it a bit weird that they're suing a guy for $15 million for a song which doesn't even sound very similar to their song, and also the fact that I'm pretty sure that song sampled Sting or The Police. So, but anyway, I would say that he would be a good choice and a good fit. Good performer, good songwriter, good singer, used to the burdens of touring. Singer number 2, James Bourne from Busted. This would be an absolute dream come true for James, okay? He loves Blink 182. He grew up on them, and I'm pretty sure that his songwriting talent is based partially off him listening and growing up listening to them, being inspired by them. The songs he's written in Busted, Muck Busted, Son of Dork, but also for other bands. He's done quite a lot of songwriting for other popular artists. He is the primary songwriter in Busted, and they're a great pop rock / pop punk band. Fantastic band. I like them. Unpopular opinion, I like them. Son of Dork were pretty good. Muck Busted's album, the short-lived Muck Busted, really fantastic. But I think this would be great because James is not so much younger than them that he's too young to be their singer, but he's young enough to have grown up listening to them, and he's got the voice for it as well. Out of the 3 singers in Busted, James has the highest voice, which again would match Tom's tone more similarly, which I don't think Matt has. Matt actually has a slightly lower voice, and that's why sometimes I think people don't like listening to him singing Tom's songs, because even though he can hit those notes, in Alkaline Trio they have lots of songs where he does have to expose his falsetto, let's say. I think James would have been a really good choice. Singer number 3. Now this is going to be a very strange choice because I believe he's only about 29 years old, and he plays in a metalcore band, sort of metalcore, but his band, they changed their sound on every album. They went from like EDM music to pop rocky metalcore to straight up metalcore to back to EDM music. And that is Devon Oliver of I See Stars. Now, I'm pretty sure I've seen him mention before that he loved Blink-182 growing up as well. I mean, didn't we all, if you were between the ages of like 20 and 35, you pretty much grew up listening to Blink-182 if you listened to pop punk or rock music whatsoever. Devon Oliver, I love his voice, and I See Stars have been pretty inactive for the last, 5 years? The last major release was in 2016. I didn't think it was that good. They've only been on a few tours since then. I think over the last 3 years, they've only really made festival appearances and done small tours in places such as Mexico and Chile. It doesn't look like I See Stars are going to be releasing anything big soon or going on any big world tours. Devon actually releases his own music as well, so he's got the time, and I'm sure this would be an amazing opportunity for him. The guy can play guitar. The guy can hit some insane notes. The guy's just got the most range I've ever seen in any singer. Him and Shaylee Bouvier, is that how you pronounce his name? And Aaron Pauley from Of Mice and Men, their voices are just wow. And rest in peace, Kyle Pavone as well. Again, he just the most incredible voice. Those are probably my 3 or 4 favorite singers of all time. Kyle, Devon Oliver, and probably Shaylee as well. And I even though he's a strange choice because he is so young, I think it would fit him perfectly. I See Stars pretty much released a pop punk album back in, I think it was 2011 anyway. Some of their songs on their first album, 3D, were very, very pop punky. The title track, 3D, in fact, when I sent that to a friend, I was like, hey, check this out, I love this band. And he replied, oh, they sound like a pop punk band. I was like, keep listening. And then it got to the heavy bit and he was like, oh, well, pretty good, yeah. Devon Oliver, I really like, and I would like to see I See Stars doing more, but also he would be a good fit. Number 4, Tyson Ritter from the All American Rejects. Now, interestingly, All American Rejects, I saw them supporting Blink-182 back in 2012. And I think they also played the festival circuit with them back in 2002 or 2003. I saw American Rejects back then as well, and I thought they're fantastic live. They put on a great show. When I first saw them, I think Tyson was only 18 or 19 years old at Reading Festival. What an incredible thing to do when you're 18 or 19 years old, play the main stage at Reading Festival. That is so cool. Again, guy's got a great voice, great performer, great songwriter. He's friends with the band anyway. He's toured with them before. And interestingly, All American Rejects actually left their record label back in 2018 or 2019. They've toured a little bit here and there, but they haven't really been in the public eye as much since way back when they released Gives You Hell, which I think was in 2008 when they released that album. They had a guest appearance in the show 90210 a few years ago. They do bits and bobs here and there. They do tours. They've supported Blink-182 numerous times, I believe. And I'm sure this doesn't take away from the fact that they are busy bands, but I believe they're in their mid-30s now. They're probably getting to that age where you don't really, as a whole band, want to be touring either sporadically or just constantly. But Tyson, as a frontman and as a fantastic singer, I think would be a great fit as well. And when I found out that they'd left their record label, I thought, okay, cool, they're going to release music independently. They might tour, they might have a booking agent, they might have management, and that's cool, right? But wouldn't that be really cool to see him performing with them? If it got to a stage where Blink-182 couldn't tour with Matt anymore and Tom didn't want to return, which I find unlikely but possible, it could even be that they go out with a selection of singers. And that would make for a really great evening because then the audience can see a bunch of singers who they haven't seen in years perform. For example, I know that Ryan does perform in Newfound Glory, and I know that he does solo shows as well, and he also performed at Slam Dunk Festival by himself acoustically. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I think those 4 would make absolutely fantastic fits for Blink-182, and I'm sure that if that was the case, maybe the fans might be happier. I like Matt. I have no hate for Matt. I think Matt is fantastic. I don't know why people dislike Matt so much to the point where they do. I think he's great. I think he's fine. I think the music is really good. And I really love him, and I love Alkaline Trio. I have since I was like 11 years old, which is 19 years ago. But yes, those are my 4 singers who I think could take his place / Tom's place. And like I said, there are better choices. Pierre from Simple Plan, better choice right there. And obviously Alex from All Time Low. But these are three very big bands already. Simple Plan touring a lot all the time, releasing new music constantly, very successful. Newfound Glory tour so much, and they headline tents at festivals, and they headline entire festivals. All Time Low are very mainstream at the moment. Their songs like Monsters, and back a few years ago, Runaways, those songs were getting a lot of radio play. Awesome, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Please do hit the subscribe button for more music talks. Let me know what you think, who you would choose as a singer, or if you really want Tom just to come back that so badly. I think they should all just do whatever makes them happy. If touring makes Mark and Travis happy, and Tom doing what he's doing makes him happy, then that is absolutely fantastic. And they're producing music. I love listening to it. I love to listen to it whenever it gets released. The 2 new albums, the singles, the quarantine song, the Christmas song, it's all good by me. Awesome, guys. Lots of love, and I'll see you soon.